have somewhat of an unusual video today. It's not really an unboxing, but yet it is an unboxing in a way, and it's, I guess maybe it's more of a review than anything else. When I bought my my little brother SE630, it did not come with an extended table, and I really wanted one if I could find one. So I went on a hunt. I got out the handbook, and the handbook said that, or listed optional parts and equipment, and it did list an extension table, but it didn't give a part number, and that was really irritating when everything else had a part number but the table didn't. And I started thinking, well, maybe they don't have an actual table for this model. So I started on my hunt, and I searched so many different online vendors. I went to Brother's website, and I pulled up this machine on their website, and it showed optional equipment or optional parts, and I clicked on that little link, and it brought me to a page where it listed some of the optional equipment, and believe it or not, it didn't list the sewing table. So I played around. I mean, I'm telling you, I went through like 3 or 4 different online sources trying to find a table. I mean, yes, I probably could have called Brother or emailed them, or I could have called directly to some of these online vendors, but I didn't want to disturb them, and I didn't want to call and have them start giving me a big sales push to buy something else that maybe I really didn't need or want. So I would rather spend my time than waste somebody else's time trying to find the items or things that I want or need. So I continued going down rabbit hole after rabbit hole after rabbit hole, only to keep coming up with nothing, nada, zip, zero. And I decided to go back to the Brother website, and I would researched some of the other models that are in the SE sewing embroidery combo machines, and because I figured from what I could see on videos that I watched and from pictures that I saw online and in catalogs, that my SE630 looked identical to some of the lower models in the SE class. So I started researching that, and lo and behold, I found out that yes, I was correct, that the main chassis is the same as some of the lower numbered models. So that got me thinking, well, maybe just search some of those models and see if they had a table available. And I finally, after, oh my gosh, probably a week of researching and looking and prying in different areas, I found the part number for the piece that I needed. So then I go back to all of these different online vendors, and I start with one. Nope, that part's not available. Go to move on. Nope, that part's not available. Check the third one. Nope, that part's not available. So I finally went to the last online source, and the part was available. I'm like, okay, great. But it was a little bit more than what I wanted to spend for an extension table. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but it was a little pricey. So I'm like, well, do I really want it? I'm weighing it out, you know. Do I really want this? Do I not really want this? Well, the clincher to it was while I was working on my Caveman Quilt As You Go string quilt. That clinched it for me that I wanted to have the extension table. So I went online and I'll tell you the name of the company that I bought it from. It was Ken's Sewing Center. Now, I am not sponsored by Ken's Sewing Center. I'm sure they don't even know that I'm making this video. I'm not sponsored by Brother either. But I went to Ken's. They had the part. It was $89.99. So I threw it in my cart, and there was something else that I was hee-hawing about buying, and I went and looked at it, and it was quite pricey as well. And I'm like, well, let me just wander around the website here a little bit while I'm here. And I scrolled all the way down to the bottom of the page, and it listed something about coupons. So I clicked on it, obviously. I'm going to save a buck when I can. I mean, my mama used to say, cheap is good, but free is better. Well, this wasn't free, but it's almost as good. I clicked on the coupon link, and it listed like 5 or 6 different available coupons, and one of them was 20% off any Brother branded part. I'm like, how? Hallelujah, hallelujah, I couldn't believe it. So 20% off of basically $90. That's a good chunk of change. That's $18. So the other thing that I wanted, which is right here, and this is what I'm really eager to show you, and I haven't opened it yet other than to remove the staples on the sides so that I wouldn't have to fight with it while making this video, is what Brother calls the dynamic walking foot. Well, this intrigued me, and I did some research on YouTube and watched some videos of people that actually had this foot, and they just ranted and raved how good it was. And the one good thing about, well, a couple good things about this, it's all metal except for the feed dogs that come up from underneath, but everything else is metal. I'm telling you, this is a heavy little booger. And it has interchangeable soles. I'll get it out. Soles. Where this particular kit came with 2 open-toed soles that are interchangeable. So let me go ahead and just pry this bad boy open. And let me see a massive amount of instructions here. Oh, don't drop it. Don't drop it. And the other thing that caught my attention about this particular dynamic walking foot was the fact that you can use decorative stitches that stitch backwards as well as forwards. Now, if you've used a regular cheap walking foot, you know that you can't really stitch backwards. So here's the foot. I don't know if you can see it or not. There's a bit of a glare. Oh, this side's branded. And this is a heavy thing. Here's your, that attaches to your arm, and the underneath. Let's see if I can get this to, the feed dogs here are plastic, but the rest of it is a heavy metal. And now let me see if I can figure out how to pop this foot off. This is the closed toe foot that's on there, or sole. So let's see what, I guess I should read the instructions. Oh, nope, it just pops right off. You just pull it right off. So then it leaves you this, and here is what the sole looks like. See if I can. So this particular foot comes with 2 different soles. Oh, this is packaged up quite nicely here. Let's see if I can find some scissors or something here to cut this. Oh heck, I'll just use my thread snips. Alright, got that. Oh, it comes with a screwdriver, a specialty screwdriver as well. And here is the other sole that goes on there. This is the completely open toe sole. Let's see how difficult it is to maybe get this to snap back on. Oh, it just snaps right back on. Let me take that off again, and it just line up the little notch there, push down, and it's securely on. It's not going anywhere. It's not going to fall off. And the other thing that I want to mention about this, which I didn't purchase yet because my funds were running a little low for the month, is there is another set of soles that you can purchase for this. It is the 1/4 inch seam sole and a stitch in the ditch sole. So that's going to be my next purchase. I'm hoping and hoping that they still have that coupon available when I get my next pay coming in. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Now let me hook it up and we'll test it out. Set all this aside a minute, get everything out of the way. Okay, I'm going to put the camera down a little bit because I realized let's try this again. My camera kept shutting off. And it's not the battery, it's a fully charged battery. But anyways, when I realized when I first opened this machine that the part of me threading the needle was cut off of the video. So I'm just going to show you that real quick. You just drop the bobbin in, wrap it around this little lip here. I like to hold the bobbin a little bit so I don't pull out too much extra string or thread, and then bring it around the mountain and then pull it and it cuts the thread. And putting the cover back on is a snap. Now we are going to remove the ankle or the presser foot holder, whatever you want to call it. We're going to go ahead and remove that. I'm going to lower my presser foot. First, I'm going to put the machine on lock so that it doesn't accidentally start. This is too big, I think, maybe, I don't know. So it doesn't accidentally start sewing while I'm playing around with the needle and everything. I'm going to lift that up now. Okay, that's the little ankle comes right off. I'll put that aside so I don't lose it. Alright, now here is that dynamic walking foot one more time. Now, I always have issues trying to get these connected because it's rather difficult to get this little claw on the needle bar and then also get the foot wrapped around the shank here. So I got to open this up a little bit more, make a little bit more room. I'm really eager to try this to see if it's as good as, okay, that was not, well, I get one thing put on and then the other comes off. Let's try this again. I always hate trying to put walking foot on because you got the claw that has to go over the needle bar and this bit here that has to wrap around the shank here, and sometimes you get one and you can't get the other, and I don't completely want to take the screw out because they can be a pain in the sit down place to try to get back in and tightened. Alright. Don't worry folks, I have the same issue with any walking foot that I try to attach to any of my machines. It's like my hands are just too big to actually get in there, and well, darn it, you get one thing on and the other falls off. But I will persevere, and I will get this. I am determined. I want to try it and see if it's actually oh, so then I just lose my screw. Excuse me while I try to find it here. Thankfully I have a little throw rug underneath where it didn't roll and get lost somewhere. I took this off the other day for cleaning, and I had such a hard time getting it back on. But the machine itself, I absolutely love this machine. I mean, come on, if I didn't like it, do you think I would spend an additional $90? Well, it really wasn't that much with the discount, but do you really think that I would be spending additional money for something that I really, really didn't like? Well, but God bless America here. Try this a little different approach. I don't think it's going to work this way, but we're going to try it anyways. Now this particular walking, now there we go. Now if I can just get the screw in. This particular walking foot they claim is for low shank machines, which mine is. Come on, fingers, work. Alright, I'm going to put the camera on pause here for a second because I'm kind of losing my patience a little bit, and I don't want to say or do something that would be inappropriate. I'll be right back. A few minutes later, after dropping the screw, it bounced on the floor and rolled under my sofa. I had to get down on my hands and knees and dig for it. And I just realized I wanted to show you the needle threader, not how to do the bobbin. So I have everything threaded properly through the machine. I've got it through the little eye. There's a little bar here. I'm going to bring it up through this threader. And now just push this button down. Oh no, I cut the thread and it cut it too short. Alright, so now oh, the air conditioner's blowing, and it's blowing everything out of whack here. Alright, everything's ready. I'm going to push this down, and voila, I have a little loop here to pull out. This sure beats some of those chintzy needle threaders on some of the other machines. To me, that was well worth anything I had to pay, because my eyes are failing a little bit here because of diabetes, and I always had a hard time threading needles. So it's set. I have a piece of material here, just a piece of bone colored cotton fabric, what I use quite a bit of for samples. Put my presser foot down, unlock the machine, and I'm going to pick a decorative stitch here that may go forwards or backwards. Let's do the asterisks. I'm going to set the width at 7 and a length of 3, and we're going to see how this plays out. I'm going to lower my needle. I just want to double check that it's going to clear this foot before I start sewing, which it does. It's always wise when you put a new foot on to hand lower your needle just to make sure that it's going to clear the new foot that you're putting on. So that is ready. It's clear, it's ready. I'm going to sew. Get a little speed here. It's going forwards and backwards, all right. Let's have a look here and see. Needle up. That's another cool thing about this machine. It's got the needle up, it's got scissors, and I'm going to go ahead and cut the thread. And there's the little asterisks. Let's try something else a little bit more, maybe a little bit more difficult. Let's see. I'm going to try this decorative stitch and see how it plays out. It's like a scroll curlicue type thing. I showed it in one of my other videos. And this one definitely goes forwards and backwards. I couldn't imagine trying to use this as a quilting stitch because it's just so slow and so elaborate. It just takes forever. But it is a pretty little pattern. Now, with any walking foot, it's wise to keep your speed at a low to medium speed because fast is just too much for a walking foot. Alright, let's just give it a couple more seconds here and go ahead and do my needle up, cut the thread. Oh yeah, that's much better than without the walking foot. Have a look at that. This right here, this curlicue stitch. And there's the back of both of them and the front. I'm hoping you can see that. I'm going to try one more here. I've been wanting this dynamic walking foot for, oh my gosh, for quite a while. And the cost was a little bit more than I wished to go with. But I figured, well, since I'm placing the order for the extension table and I was going to get free shipping and 20% off because of that Brother branded parts discount, so I'm just going to go ahead and get the table and the walking foot. I'm going to try one other thing here and take a look at it. We'll try the alligator again. And no, don't worry, I'm not going to sing the alligator song. Alright, let's see. Okay, that's set. Presser foot's down. Let's rock and roll. Push the start button. Oh, can't do that right now. Well, I can't do the start-stop button when the foot controller's in. Duh. And I love how straight this machine sews without really having to use much of my hand stock, other than a little alignment every once in a while. It just sews so straight. It's so quiet. Okay, it's only going to do one repeat because that's all I set it for. Cut my thread. He's really cute. I don't know if you can see it or not. And you can set the machine to do continuous patterns like this and just have a line of alligators, but why waste the thread? Alright, I'm going to try one other thing here with this machine. I'm telling you, I absolutely love this machine. It's got so many features on it. And I think I mentioned in my last video that it has a low bobbin warning that comes up on your little screen here, which I would expect that only on a very high-end machine. Let's see. Cancels current stitch pattern, yes. Alright. You can tell I haven't used a whole lot of decorative stitches, so I still have to remember where things are at. Alright, I'm going to select this one. I think this would be a forward and backwards motion. And I am going to increase the width of it to 7.0, which is the max that this machine will go, which a lot of machines in this price range only go to 5 millimeters, and this one goes to 7. Okay, we're set. I'm going to hit the gas pedal here, and let's see how this one stitches out. Yeah, this goes forwards and backwards as well. And that's the good thing about this dynamic walking foot, is it allows you to go backwards and forwards. Now I should have put some stabilizer behind this because it is puckering the fabric. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop it. Cut my thread. And this was not the appropriate stitch to do without some kind of stabilizer on the back, because you see it puckers your fabric. What happens if I'm going to fold this fabric? So now we have 4 layers of fabric. I'm going to flip it one more time, so that gives us 8 layers of fabric. And one more time, so that would be what, 16 layers, I think, if my math is correct. And one of my friends asked about, well, how well will it do with multi-thickness fabrics? So let's see. I'm going to go just back to a regular straight stitch. Make sure that I have everything set here. The width and length are okay. So let's try and see what it does with... Oh, got to lower the presser foot. Alright, let's try it. Well, it thumps a little bit, but it's going through. You know, I probably do need to put a new needle in, because I believe this is the original needle that came with the machine. Alright, I'm going to cut the threads. Lift the presser foot and check that out. So that was what, 16, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 layers of fabric. I was a little off, so we'll try this one more time so I can show that subscriber how it does through multiple thicknesses. It's going through just fine. There's quite a powerful motor in here, as I would have expect there should be, because of it being a 2-in-1 machine. Oh yeah, no problems there. So Richard, I hope that answered your question about how many layers this can go through. One more time. It's thumping a little bit, only because I think I probably need to put a new needle in, because this is the needle that came with the machine. Oh yeah, no problems there, Richard. I think you'd be satisfied. I think this would be more than powerful to sew your bags and special heavy projects. Now, I want to just try one thing here. I'm going to I want to see how easy this might be to snap off and change. Oh, that was super easy. Just pop it off. There's the old foot. Let's put the new one on. Now this might be a little more challenging because I can't see where the little holes are for this to pop into. Yeah, this is a little more challenging for me because my eyesight is so bad. Oh, I got it. It wasn't that bad. Alright, one more time with the closed-toed foot. Let's see. I don't think it's going to make any difference, but I have a dog underfoot here that's kind of playing havoc with my foot pedal. That's pretty neat. I like it. And I'm definitely going to buy the extra 2 feet, the 1/4 inch foot and the stitch in the ditch foot. So there you go. There's the back. There's the front. Yeah, so I am just absolutely in love with this machine. The neighbor asked me, a lady friend that sews here, she was thinking about buying a new machine, and she asked me, she says, so do you like your new machine? She came in, she looked at it, and I showed her, and she's like, well, that seems pretty nice, but do you like it? And I said, no, I love it. So I don't know whether or not she's going to go out and buy it, but she's thinking about it, I can say that much, when she saw all the bells and whistles that this machine has. I am going to attempt to take this off. First I'm going to lock the machine and see how difficult it would be to remove this. Oh, so much easier to take off than to put on. So once again, here is the dynamic walking foot. Now, the funny thing about this is they make this 2 different ways as well. One that's branded for brother and one that's branded for baby lock. Now they both are exactly the same foot, and they are both the same price. At least they were on the site that I purchased these from. However, I'm going to say this, when I'm talking about prices, is I checked many different websites for this, and the prices ranged, most of them ranged $99 to like $119. I got it for $89.99 plus a 20% discount. And because my order was, I think their shipping rate is $39 US dollars. You get free shipping, so I got, all in all, I got a $36 discount for my complete order for the table and the dynamic walking foot. So I thought that was pretty cool. And quite a big instructions page here. I should sit and read it. Let's see. When using a sewing machine with a high shank presser foot, if you have a high shank machine, it says use your presser foot adapter that you should have with your machine, and then screw on the way you normally would. So yeah, so apparently this can be used for high shank machines as well, providing you have the appropriate adapter. that would come with your machine. I would suspect that you could probably buy the adapter not second hand, but as an add-on through a company. I don't know. My machines here are low shank machines, so worked fine for me. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put this back where it lives for the time being. I don't know what I did with the little bags, but that's alright. I'm just going to go ahead and put it back in here. I like this screwdriver. It's got a little bit thicker slot thing here, bar, and when it gets into that screw, it's there and it holds tight. Alright. I think I have everything back together. Maybe not. This needs to get flipped the other way. Alright, so everything is back where it lives. Alright, for the time being. Yeah, I believe that this is definitely a keeper, especially if you're a person that uses a walking foot quite a bit. I know it's a little pricey, but I'll report more later when I get a chance to play with it a little bit more. So here's the packaging. Hopefully you can see that. I know there's a glare. The part number for this is SE630, and it's the Brother Dynamic Walking Foot Set. So I hope that y'all enjoyed this catastrophe of a video. I mean, I know it had so many interruptions, and then I dropped the screw twice. I was going to put my regular foot back on here, but I got to find it once again. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Lock my machine. And this is another, I always have problems when it comes to putting the ankle back on. I don't have problems snapping the feet on, but if I have to take the ankle off, I always have a bit of a difficult time because my hands are far too big to get in some of these little tight areas. So just tighten up the screw. Aha, success. Double check this, make sure it's super tight, and voila, I am ready to start sewing once again. Alright, shut off my machine. Oh, the other thing that I really like about this machine is I'm going to shut off all the extra lights that I have on here for my video, and you can see just exactly how bright the sewing machine light is. This is super bright. It well illuminates both sides of the foot, and to me that's really important because, as I mentioned a couple times in my videos, my eyesight is just not the greatest anymore, so that is super important to me, to have a well lit sewing area. Alright folks, I am really kind of knackered here. I'm gonna close up and maybe take a nap. I'm just really out of it. I'm not feeling super well today. Not like I would like to. It's been a tough day for me, I'm telling you. So I'm going to say so long for now. Let me come back here into the picture so you can see that it's actually me. Hi, hello, how you doing? It's me. The dad is here. The dad in the man cave is here. Alright, just take care everybody, and I apologize for this video. I know it wasn't the greatest in the world, but at this point I'm debating if I want to reshoot it or not, but at this juncture I'm just too knackered and I need to sleep, or at least get off my legs for a while. All right, I'll talk to you again soon. Have a great day, evening, night, morning, whatever the case may be while you're taking time out of your busy schedule to watch my videos. Appreciate it. And howdy and welcome to all my newest subscribers, and a big thank you to all of you who have been subscribed for, oh gosh, what I've been on YouTube now for what, just about a year, I think. So y'all have the best day ever. I will talk to you again very, very soon. Don't forget to help the homeless dogs, cats, and animals in this world by supporting your local humane society or rescue group. Be healthy, be kind, be creative, and just be. And I will see you again soon. Bye-bye for now. I am gone. Whoosh!